Moses, we talked to Steve earlier, and one of the questions I asked him was about defense. I know he's been talking about trying to emphasize that in camp and the importance of that, getting to you guys to back where you wanted to be in terms of fighting for a championship. And he said so far it hasn't really been good. So, what are you hearing? What's being emphasized, and what are you seeing?
Um, you know, we're still getting to know each other when it comes to like knowing what somebody's gonna do before they say it, type of connection and communication. But I mean, it's a process. So I'm sure our defense is gonna be better in week 3 than it is right now. But it's camp. We learning a lot. They're teaching a lot. So just doing that and growing from it.
And can you already sense that there should be a difference this year on defense than it was last year?
Yes, there should be. We didn't win it last year, so it should be a difference for sure. I know they talk about the numbers and where we stand in the league, what we did last year, so we want to see growth in that area for sure.
And how much of that, I mean, obviously not having Draymond out there is going to be a factor because of his ability on that end of the court. How much will he help when he gets back?
Yeah, he more so than even just what he actually does on the ball or off the ball or whatever, just communication and quarterback and everything from behind. He can see what's going on. So just that communication would definitely help with his presence.
Some folks have said that the practices are maybe a little different this year than last year in terms of maybe more instruction, more detailed. Is there what do you notice about the differences that in what's in practices this year compared to last year?
Yeah, training camp's a lot different than last year. Just emphasizing more so on teaching, slowing down, making sure we don't skip over anything, drilling a lot of different things, playing a lot more. Years in the past, we've had the opportunity to have older guys, so a lot of guys wouldn't necessarily want to sit here and do shell drill a bunch of times or whatever because, they kind of know where to be. But this year, even the guys that know it, slowing down, going over the repetition, and I think that'll be good for us.
How's that been for you? How are you experiencing that or benefiting from that this year?
Yeah, just reinforcements, reinforcing what I've learned up to this point, as well as getting in different situations in practice before I actually get into them in the game. Just like I said, just being able to slow it down and know what you got going on.
With all the comparisons of last season and this season, obviously a big difference is Chris Paul, one of the league's best point guards. People assume he'll be with what they're calling the younger unit, the second unit, whatever you want to call it. You obviously put in quality minutes in the playoffs, seen some quality minutes in the preseason, seen some quality play out of you in the preseason. That said, do you think that Chris Paul being injected in that once Draymond is back will kind of help with the production when it comes to guys like you, Kuminga, Pajimski, and others out there on the floor with him? Steph said he's super vocal, so does that also help?
Yeah, he is very vocal. Like Draymond, like I said, just that presence out there on the floor has a big effect on everybody and what's going on. With him being in there with our group, being able to orchestrate things and communicate what he sees and communicate that to us. What he obviously can do on the ball, whether if it's playmaking, scoring, he just adds a whole nother dynamic to the offense.